Oh boy, TDFA episode 11. Oh, thank heaven.
Is it 11?
Yeah, should be 11. You're checking. I'm going with 11 because that's what I believe the number to be. We took a little bit of a hiatus, a little bit of a vacation. All I ever wanted, vacation, gotta get away. My favorite Cyndi Lauper tune. Is that Cyndi Lauper?
Yes.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, it is.
It's episode 11, you're correct.
Yeah, I know I am. This guy, he doesn't realize that all I do is look at the number all day that we're going to record and pick out exactly
It's
what...
the Go-Go's, not Cyndi Lauper.
Okay. Who's the singer in the Go-Go's? Cyndi Lauper.
Is she?
No. I made that up. Because I'm an improvisational mastermind.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt you.
So, we probably should explain why we had to be gone for...
A month.
Yeah, a month. I had fallen ill with a disease, and it took me out of the game. It all started on a Sunday. We were planning to record. Me and Marshall had hung out all day the day previous on Saturday at a pool party.
Yeah.
Correct? This is all
yeah.
correct. And I woke up that Sunday feeling like absolute dog shit. Like, I felt like all of the energy in my body had been zapped out. Like, all of the time that I had slept hadn't mattered. And I just felt bad. And I knew that if we recorded an episode that day, it would have been a bad episode. It wouldn't have been entertaining. It wouldn't have been fun. It was just going to be awful. So Marshall said, it's okay, I'm going to be back on Tuesday. And I said, okay, that's fine. So I figured I'd be great by Tuesday. We were going to record and it'd be fine. So let's fast forward to Tuesday. Tuesday, I go to work and my coworkers keep mentioning that I look like dog shit. Which they do normally.
Did you feel like dog shit, though?
Yes.
Okay.
I had to go to a training that day that was 3 hours long, and I have never, ever had an issue with falling asleep during, like, a class or anything like that. And I, like, nodded off and, like, did that shit where your head rolls to a side and it pops right back up. Yeah, that happened to me. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? This has literally never been a problem in my entire life. So I said, I'm leaving. And I immediately left and went to the urgent care. I went to the urgent care, and at this point, I had a sore throat, and I had sores on my throat. Like, that I could see.
Ow.
And I thought, oh, I have strep throat. And when I immediately get there, they do a test for strep throat and the flu. And I was sitting there and I was like, and they took my temperature and I came out at 103 degrees.
That's so fucking high. Which
is a high temperature. And so they came back and both of the tests came back negative. So I was like, fuck. Because I was just expecting to get told I have strep throat, a couple days off work, cool, life's easy, life's good, give me my antibiotics and I'll be out of here.
I'll be good in 3 days.
Exactly. They ran a piss test next. Nothing in my piss. I've learned through this process of being sick that I can pee on command, even if I think that I have nothing in me.
There's something there.
There's always something there. And if you are unable to produce pee for a pee cup at any given time, even if you just pissed, you have like something else wrong with you, because there's always something in there. You can always milk that
Get
Peter
something out
for a little lemonade.
of it.
So then the piss test came back negative. Nothing was wrong with my kidneys or anything like that.
So it's like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
So they finally come and take blood, and my pancreas levels are high, and they say that I have pancreatitis, and recommend that I take an ambulance to the nearest emergency room.
Jesus Christ.
I had to sign a paper that said I will take my life into my own hands
And drive my own car
and
there.
drive my own car to the emergency room. But I was going to the emergency room. It was at this time that Marshall was texting me saying he was coming. He was in Melbourne, and what time would I need to record? And I said I am being forced to go to the emergency room. I will not be able to record tonight.
I drove in circles for like an hour and a half. It wasn't a big deal. I didn't give a fuck. I had nothing to do all week.
I felt
But
so bad.
It's not your fault you got fucked up. I mean, it is your fault, but...
No, it's not. It's literally not.
Continue with what happened at the ER.
So I get to the ER, and they run a CT scan, which I just got the bill for. And it comes back with nothing on it. And the doctor says that you're just going to have to go home, take Tylenol for the fevers, and shit this out. And I said, how long should I be out of work? And he's like, tomorrow, because it was 2 o'clock in the morning at this time. I got there at 7. So
Jesus Christ, that's forever.
yeah, but I was sick, so I kept falling asleep in the ER. So like the time passed super quick for me.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad was pissed. It was like his day off. And
he fucked up his day off.
no, it wasn't his day off. He got off work.
Oh.
And my mom it was the last day of the semester. It was the last week of the semester for school. So my mom had to go and do homework. So she had to leave. And my dad, it was like 11 o'clock at night. And my dad was like, you think your mother let me go home? And I was like, yeah, you can go home, whatever. So my dad makes the mistake of texting my mom. And she's like, fuck no, you can't go.
You can't leave. It's our son in the fucking emergency room.
So my dad wanted to fucking leave. And he got told no. But he made it all the way to 2 a.m. when they finally released me. So, he's a trooper. And I love him very much. He's a good ditty. So then the doctor tells me that I have to just shit this out and do it the old natural way. Don't eat anything, saltine diet. So I do that from the Tuesday to the Saturday. And I still feel like shit.
Complete shit.
And he only gave me 1 day off of work, like, excuse.
So you were going to work?
No.
Okay.
I was not.
Okay. I thought maybe you popped back in.
No. So luckily I work at a very nice establishment that understood that I was sick and didn't try and force me to work. Like, me and Marshall both have worked these minimum wage jobs where they don't really give a fuck what's wrong with you. They just need somebody to fill that empty space.
You better be there no matter what.
Yeah. And, like, you could be dead on the side of the highway and they'd still be like, fucker didn't show up for work today.
Fired. Or written up or whatever.
Or, what a piece of shit.
Yeah. Wow, can you believe that guy? Yeah.
He's not even that sick. That's what they'd be saying.
Meanwhile,
I'm fucking dying.
Dying.
So, I have all the same symptoms. So, on Saturday, my mom goes, we're going back to the ER. So, I show back up to the ER. I get the same doctor. And he says, why are you back here? I told you what to do.
I'm still fucking sick, asshole.
I said, it's been this many days. I still am popping these 103-degree fevers. And he told me that 100 degrees, 103, 158, they're all the same.
What a fucking dick.
and that just take the Tylenol and you'll be fine. So at this point, I've been taking Tylenol for like 8 days of just like straight Tylenol trying to get these fevers to go away. And that's not good for you.
No.
You should not be taking Tylenol
much
that
fucking
much.
Tylenol. He should know as a doctor, shouldn't he?
Yeah. So then again, I was prescribed with Gatorade, saltines, shit it out. You'll be good.
You'll be fine.
You'll be good in a couple days. I was not good in a couple days.
It's already been a couple days, dude.
So I finally got an appointment with my primary care doctor. And this was on the following Tuesday. And I start telling him my story, and he's getting pissed off, angry. He's trying to figure out why this guy in the ER did not fucking help me. And so he orders a fuck ton of tests, and he orders them stat, which is something I only ever heard on TV before.
That means you better be here yesterday.
Yeah.
It's not good. You don't hear stat.
He put stat on them. So I show up, and I skip the line at the fucking blood draw.
Hell yeah. Fucking losers in line.
They hand me a device which they called a crown, I think, or something like that, which I needed to shit in.
Oh, shit.
For a stool sample.
Was it hard to poop in it?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was easy. It has directions.
Okay.
And you do it.
Just follow the directions. Can you shit in command like you can piss on command?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
But I could not do the ultrasound that he ordered because I had drank an apple juice that morning.
Oh, fuck.
So they wanted me cleared out, so I had to go and wait till, I had to wait 3 hours. So, I gave me plenty of time to go home and shit into this bucket. The crown that they gave me. Or whatever they called it. So, they didn't tell me that after I shit into the bucket that they provided, that I had to then take a popsicle stick and popsicle stick the shit into a urine sample container. So it was like the most disgusting. Shit smells 1,000 times worse when it's out of the bowl.
When you're shoveling it to a fucking
and then it's
jar.
Even worse when you're mixing it up like a bowl of ice cream, trying to get it into a urine sample container. And it was I thought it was funny because if I had liquid shit that day, they had a little spout on the crown
to prepare, just in case they were prepared for the diarrhea type.
Yeah, I wish I had diarrhea. Then I wouldn't have had
It would so easy. It would fucking easy.
To popsicle stick it into the goddamn bucket.
One time you wish you had fucking diarrhea. That's funny as hell.
So I then go back, and I have a little bit of time. So I return the shit sample.
Yeah.
And
oh boy.
They're like the lady that gave it to me was like, yeah, they'll be cool. They'll know exactly what to do with it. So I had it in a little bag that she gave me it in. I turn up and I hand the lady the bag and she goes, "What's this?" And I'm like, it's my stool sample. And she goes, "Huh?" So I start taking it out of the bag and it's still fucking warm. And she's like, oh, you need to put that back in the bag. I was like, what part of stool sample didn't you get? They didn't teach you that in phlebotomy school, that stool means shit. I have shit in this bag.
You should have told her. My shit samples in here.
Dumb bitch.
Put it back in the bag.
There's other people getting their blood drawn, looking at my shit in this bucket.
Fuck.
In this jar. It was embarrassing. So then I go to the ultrasound, and this lady's taking forever. She keeps putting me in awkward positions. And you know what the worst thing in the world is? Is when you're doing a medical exam and they ask you to hold your breath.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't know how long they're going to ask you to hold your breath
It could
for.
be a fucking eternity.
It could be 1 second, and you're like, okay, well, did you really need me to hold my breath?
Or it could be a minute.
Okay, and then this bitch fucked up. Because she was like, all right, hold your breath. And I was holding it, and holding it, and holding it. And I was like, fuck, dude.
It's a really long time.
And then she goes, all right, and hold your breath. And I was like,
Can I get a rebreath first?
I was like, you never told me to breathe. And she was like, oh, oops. You're a good breath holder.
Fuck you, lady.
What a consolation prize.
Oh, man. I learned something about breathing on a side note.
Yeah, go for it.
If you get past that part of panic, most humans can breathe like twice as long as they think they can.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you just have to get past that panic, I'm going to die feeling.
Oh.
And you just relax, and you can breathe for like a really long time.
Yeah.
That's how those divers do it. How they can stay
David
under.
Blaine's.
Yeah, they can stay under the water for forever.
Free divers.
Yeah.
They say that David Blaine cheated somehow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, he is a magician.
Yeah. It's
So
a
he
trick.
It's a trick. Yeah, he did cheat. He's a great chef too, TV chef. Chef David Blaine from Kitchen Nightmares. Anyway, back to your. So you're good at holding your breath.
Yeah, this bitch made me hold my breath for like 3 minutes. I was out here breaking records. What is the record for holding your breath? Probably like 20 minutes. I'm gonna bet. So anyway, I get done with the ultrasound. She barely scrapes the fucking hot jelly off my stomach.
Do you want to know the record?
Yeah.
It's a gentleman named Tom Hiatus. I don't know how to say his last name. Held his breath underwater for 22 minutes and 22 seconds.
I told you it was 20 minutes. I'm a genius. Literally the smartest man on earth.
Wow. He tried it a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many times did he drown?
Never. He said, the guy before him hyperventilated a few attempts. Stig Severinsen. That's funny. So you got some time to catch up, but I think you could do it one day.
Yeah. I'm only 19 minutes behind this gentleman.
You're a great breath holder, so.
Yeah. I got the lung capacity. So, my mom takes me to lunch because I haven't eaten all day because I had to go to this ultrasound, which apparently food would have fucked it up.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have been able to hold my breath for 3 minutes if I was filled with Pop-Tarts.
Or whatever the fuck you would have.
Whatever I eat. So, me and my mom are at lunch. We've been gone from the medical facility for 45 minutes. And apparently stat really means stat because my mom gets a phone call. Well, or actually, I got the phone call. Because I'm an adult now and they don't call my mom to tell her.
They call you now.
They call me, which I don't fucking like. Call my mommy, please.
I hate that shit too. It's like they call you. It's official. It's like, I thought you were supposed to call my mom. It's like, you're 23, sir. You're not fucking 5.
Call my mommy about this,
Yeah, call
please?
my mommy, please. She knows how to handle it. I don't.
Wrong number. You need to call. That's my secretary. She will handle this. So anyway, they call me during this lunch that I've taken one bite of. We found something in your ultrasound, and we need you to go to the hospital immediately.
Holy shit.
And I'm like,
I just want to eat lunch.
Okay. And then on the phone, they go specifically, do not go back to that hospital that you've been to twice already. Go to this hospital. And they were very specific about it. And I was like, okay. And I told my mom. And we happened to be eating at a restaurant right next to the hospital that we weren't allowed to go to. So it would have been really convenient. But we probably wouldn't have gotten help.
We wouldn't be here today talking about it.
So my grandma happened to work at the hospital I got sent to for 30 years. So while I'm waiting in the waiting room to get into the emergency room, my grandmother and my grandfather have arrived. And my grandma, being my grandma, Start searching the hallway looking for colleagues.
Oh my god.
So I finally get into an emergency room, and somehow, out of nowhere, one of my grandma's colleagues walks by the room, and my grandpa goes, "Hey, isn't that so and so?" And my grandma runs out of the room, and the person comes into my room, asks me a bunch of questions, and I get the fat. Oh my god! I just spit all over myself. I'm having a rough day. I'm still not 100%. I'm still sick. A month later. So this person comes into my room, and I get the fucking express pass to the hospital.
Oh shit.
They're like, "We're admitting you right now. You're clearly sick. We've read your reports. We're gonna get you in." So then this Asian fella comes. He does my IV. He spends way too much time in my room. Makes me uncomfortable. He keeps joking around, and I don't like him. I want him to leave.
Yeah.
And then I get admitted to the hospital. And I stay in the hospital for 6 days. And I drink Gatorade the entire time.
Jesus Christ.
And that was 2 weeks ago. I got out. Right? No, I got out no. Yeah, I got out 2 weeks ago. And like I said, I'm still not 100%. I still feel groggy after work. Like everything takes energy out of me. I've never in my life been sick for an entire month, and this has been horrible. So this has been the sickest I've ever been in my entire life.
So unfortunately, Spencer doesn't have health insurance, so we're gonna set up a GoFundMe for his medical bills.
Yeah.
If you'd like to,
Patreon.com/GoFundMe.
No, we're kidding you. That's how you get all those free Gatorades.
That's right. My second day into the hospital, I get a phone call because again, I'm an adult, and it was definitely a mommy phone call. It's like, why the fuck are you calling me?
Call my mom.
Call my mommy. What TV show is that where they go, oh my Johnny, call my mommy?
I don't know.
It was like a little rhyme.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was like the Rugrats. Anyway. They call me my second day into the hospital and go, yeah, your deductible for the year has been met, so you will incur no costs during your hospital visit. And I was like, thank you. And then they just hung up. It was so I was ordering like 6 Gatorades at a time and letting them go warm and then telling the custodial staff to throw them out.
They're warm. I don't need those. I'll just order fresh ones.
And then hitting the nurse button and going, hey, I need some Gatorades. I literally one day cleared them out of their entire stock of Gatorade.
That's a lot of Gatorade.
They're like, we're usually stocked up with Gatorade, but they're all gone.
They're all gone. We don't know why.
Because I'd tell them to bring like 3 at a time.
Jesus.
They had 2 flavors, lemon, lime, and orange, but they only had lemon, lime every once in a while. Because like I said, I was ordering 6 at a time, and the lemon lime was good.
Yeah, I don't like orange.
I got so much fucking
lemon lime
orange.
Is okay, orange sucks.
And they were feeding me so much sugar, my teeth started to get a coating, and they were sticking together.
Oh, you weren't brushing your teeth, huh?
Well, I really couldn't.
You couldn't. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm not saying you were.
I wasn't being
ignoring it. I'm just saying you really couldn't.
But then I was like, Mom, I need a toothbrush, like badly.
Sneak me one in.
But I couldn't brush my teeth because of the IV.
Oh.
The IV, like I tried to brush my teeth, but because they put it in the on the back of my elbow, to brush my teeth I had to bend my arm, and it cut the supply off on the IV, and it would start beeping. So I couldn't brush my teeth. I had to do it with my left hand.
Oh, great.
And have you ever used your opposite hand to brush your fucking teeth?
No, but I know I wouldn't be able to.
It's fucking impossible.
Yeah. I can't do anything right-handed. Like, I don't... You know how some people can do shit with both hands?
Mm-hmm.
I can't do...
Little ambidextrous?
I can't do anything with my right hand.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You can't even masturbate?
I've tried it. This doesn't work as well. I don't like it.
I'm in the same boat with the opposite hand.
Like, I just can't use it.
Yeah, it's no bueno. So, another thing that happened during this time is because I spent 2.5 weeks just popping high grade fevers and nobody doing anything about it except for taking fucking Tylenol. I had 2.5 weeks of fever dreams.
Oh, yeah.
And these were the fucking wildest dreams I've ever had in my entire life. I had a dream that I got attacked by a giant raccoon.
A giant raccoon?
Yeah, I was walking around the side of a house that was not mine. It may have even been a golf course, as I'm recollecting. And I see this giant fur ball on the ground. And in my brain, before I approach it, I go, fuck, that's a giant raccoon. So guess what? I manifested a giant raccoon. And it didn't attack me. It just made me extremely uncomfortable.
It's a giant raccoon, yeah.
It was a giant raccoon. I had a dream that one of our mutual friends was hung.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Tell me after, who?
I already told you. You just forgot because it's been a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I also had like a ton of dreams where it was a person that I really respect. So somebody like you or my mom or one of my coworkers or something like that. And like in my dream, I would be like an extreme cocksucker to them.
Oh, yeah.
And they would start expressing how disrespectful I was to them and how they really didn't appreciate it. And I would wake up in the morning thinking that really had happened.
Oh.
And feeling like shit.
Isn't that an awful feeling to think a dream was...
Yeah.
A nightmare really was real?
Mm-hmm.
It's shit.
Yeah. So I was like thinking that this person was mad at me. And they really weren't. It was just a dream. And yeah, it was just a terrible, terrible time. And like when you're a kid, you kind of always want to get sick.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Get out of school.
Yeah, you're like, fuck school.
Don't worry about anything.
Like when you actually get legitimately ill, it is the fucking worst thing to ever happen to you. And you don't wish it on anybody.
Think you do anything to go back to normal?
Yeah. Like, there was a legit time period where I didn't know when I would ever feel like myself again.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't getting better. Nothing was working. And I just wanted to feel better. And it just wasn't happening for me. So the bottom line of the story is that I apologize, guys. It's all my fault that the podcast went on a hiatus. You can blame the doctor at that hospital.
Yeah, it's not your fault. That stupid fucking doctor's fault.
If I would have been back 2 weeks prior, had I gotten the proper treatment the first time.
Yeah.
But that's not what happened.
Nope.
I missed 3 whole weeks of work because of this guy.
You can get in big trouble. I think there's grounds there, but it's neither here nor there.
One of the days I tried to go to work.
Oh, yeah, you told me.
Yeah.
When you stopped to get gas.
Yes.
And the world went purple or something.
That is correct.
And you couldn't hear?
That's right.
That's a scary feeling.
Apparently, I was extremely dehydrated. That's what happened to me.
That's still fucking to get your car and that to happen to you.
Yeah. Because I was popping a fever and sweating it out. Because when you get a fever, at the height of the fever, you get super cold. And, like, you can't get warm. And then as the fever starts to break, you start to sweat. So I was breaking a fever because I had just taken a Tylenol to go to work. So I was breaking a fever and sweating with the sun of Florida beaming down on me because it was the morning because I was going to work. So the sun was rising, so it was like glaring.
Yeah, hot as fuck.
Yeah. And I couldn't get enough fluids because I had the mouth sores and it was extremely uncomfortable to consume anything.
It sucks to do anything.
So I got out of my car and all of the color in the world just kind of faded away.
So weird.
Everything turned white.
Holy fuck.
And then everything turned purple. And I was like, and as this was happening, it was like the pressure in my ears kept building and building and building. And then it was just like the noise, like when you turn the TV on and it's that high pitched squeal.
Yeah.
Like an old TV.
Yeah.
And that was what was in my ears. And that was the only thing I could hear. And it was like when you get flashbanged.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was really similar to that. I got flashbanged at a Wawa. Man, I wish I got flashbanged at a Wawa. Flash Bang Bang by Tila Tequila.
No, thank you.
That your celebrity crush?
No.
When I was like young, I thought Tila Tequila was super hot.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I remember watching like her dating shows on VH1 and getting like super riled up. Because it was like somewhat taboo TV.
Yeah.
And like I was like, and she gets naked on the internet.
I got that with Bad Girls Club.
What?
You watch a Bad Girls Club?
No, I'm about to pop
E?
off on you. I've heard that part.
There's some good moments in there.
I thought
Some of the girls
isn't it all black girls?
No, there's white women.
Oh, I didn't know.
Maybe not anymore, but when I was watching in 7th grade, I was always like that to Late Night with Chelsea Handler to the sex toys commercial. All while I would stay up late. I would stay up late playing RuneScape. And Comedy Central always got boring. And I didn't like Adult Swim that much as a kid.
No, I hated it.
And I can only watch so much George Lopez. So I'm like, I guess I'll check out the E! Network.
Yeah.
And it would go the Bad Girls Club, so I get to watch women fight, which I guess is 7th and 8th grade me I thought was hot.
What?
I don't know. I'm not like that anymore. I've changed a lot in the last 10 years.
We should go to Coleslaw Wrestling.
And then
that's been on my bucket list for years.
We'll go. And then Chelsea Handler would come on, and that was always funny to me because some of the comedians are funny, like Joe Coy. He was on there. I always like Chewy. I think Chelsea Handler's funny. And then by that time, 3 a.m. rolls around, and they roll the commercials where the 2 women sell dildos, and they talk about them.
I've never seen these commercials.
And I would go to bed at like 6 or 7 in the morning because I didn't have any friends in middle school. And that's what I did over the summer.
You're hardcore.
Yeah. All while playing RuneScape.
Yeah. I would do these weird things where I would be on that same sleep schedule, but I would try and go to bed at 3 or 4 in the morning. And then like I would toss and turn, and just could not go to bed. So, and like everything on TV blows cock at that time.
Yeah, it fucking sucks.
And I watched exclusively the Disney Channel. Because I don't like horror movie commercials.
Yeah,
and I did not want that to affect my sleep.
I used to try to ignore horror movie commercials because I had the same thing. It's like I don't want to see the commercial for whatever.
I figured out that the 2 channels that did not play them was the Food Network and Disney Channel, because Nickelodeon would play them.
Yeah. And
Cartoon Network would play them.
Sure as hell playing. Yeah. You were always watching Brandy and Mr. Whiskers, huh?
Yeah, but that's when I found out that like they played the Disney Channel original movies at fucking 4 o'clock in the morning, and they were the classics, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" So then I was staying up till 4 a.m. on purpose to watch the Disney Channel original movie during the weekend. So they only played it during the weekend. So I was watching Cadet Kelly, and not getting scared. But yeah, like my parents would wake up. And I would still be up from all night, and I'd be like, come into my room, and it'd be like immaculate.
Yeah.
Like, what did you do? And I was like, I couldn't sleep, so I cleaned my room.
No.
And they'd just be pissed because I stayed up all night.
So like, my mom wouldn't really care in middle school, but my dad cared a lot. And as I got older, both my parents were like, "Yeah, you probably shouldn't do that." And now I do it because I'm unemployed still. So I stay up like 4 or 5, and I wake up at like 11, and I'm always like, "Today's the day. I'm gonna go to bed early, wake up early, restart it." Nope, never is.
Yeah.
It's
I
hard.
found that until you have something on your schedule that's forcing you to wake up and be productive, it's impossible to get into that routine.
Yeah, it's hard. It'd be super disciplined.
Yeah, and I'm just not that guy.
I'm clearly not. I did apply for a bunch of server jobs. So hopefully I hear something back.
Like Chili's and Applebee's?
Yeah, there places like that, but my mom's friend works at a nice little restaurant, kind of high end, near the International Mall in Tampa. I won't name it, but I might be able to get a job there because she's a pretty big waitress there. She's been there for a while.
Ooh, she's a big shot?
Yeah, and they get really busy.
This place is called the Cheesecake Factory?
No, it's not the Cheesecake Factory.
You said it's swanky?
Yeah.
So it's the Olive Garden.
No, it's not the Olive Garden either. It's across from the mall. There's a lot of restaurants there, though. I don't know. I just need to make money. I want to start writing. I don't know what, but writing something.
Write a porno.
I could write a porno.
You live in Tampa.
I want to write comedy.
Write a comedy porno.
Ooh, that's a good idea. I want to get a sketch comedy. Too bad there's no good sketch comedy shows right now.
Yeah. They got rid of Kenny versus Spenny.
We can do one. You and I.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Bob Odenkirk and David Cross can do it. I don't see why we can't.
Yeah, I'm just as good as Bob Odenkirk. Take that, Saul Goodman.
Saul.
Yeah, I remember when you played that Michael type, Scott type archetype on The Office. Yeah. I remember when you were in a lot of movies and people don't realize it. Bob Odenkirk is a great actor, a great chumedian, and I think he's underrated.
He's an excellent writer.
Yeah.
He wrote for SNL.
Oh, who didn't?
Yeah, that's true, but that's a job I'd like.
You'd like to write for Saturday Night Live?
I'd like to write for any show like that.
To write skits that aren't funny?
Yeah.
You know,
who can't turn those out?
You know who watches Saturday Night Live religiously?
Who?
Take a guess.
Tell me.
My sister.
Your sister.
Yeah. She thinks it's great. She goes, "Oh my God, Kenan Thompson's on it." Or she said something recently where she was like, and the judges are there's like a competition show on Netflix for sketch comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, have you seen this?
No.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it, and it has stand-up comedians and sketch comedy, and my sister's like, yeah, and one of the judges is Kenan Thompson. I was like, Kenan Thompson isn't funny, and she goes, yes, he is. I go, no, he's a comedic actor. Why would you want him to judge you in stand-up comedy? Yeah,
that's true. I would want him.
No.
I want other stand-up comics.
I don't want the kid from Heavyweights judging me.
I want other stand-up comics telling me what I'm doing right and wrong.
Yeah.
Stand-up comedy, it's so much different from
I don't want Michael
acting.
Richards telling me if my stand-up is good.
He was clearly bad at it.
Yeah. Now, Jerry Seinfeld, he can tell you.
Yeah, he can tell me all fucking day how shit I am.
Yeah. People don't realize how good the comedians were that ended up on sitcoms. Like, it wasn't a mistake.
No.
Except for Kevin James.
I don't like Kevin James.
Have you ever seen Kevin James set?
No, I don't plan on it.
Oh, it's not good.
I figured it
Sweating the Small Stuff, that's the name of his special.
God.
They used to play it every 3 days on Comedy Central.
Honestly, I think if you get big the way he did, it doesn't matter how shit your stand-up is. People are going to go watch it, right? People like Kevin James, the actor.
Yeah.
So they'll pretend to like Kevin James, the stand-up comedian.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen King of Queens?
Yeah, I think it's okay.
I think every fat guy in America watched King of Queens because they're like, oh, I can get a hot bitch.
Yeah.
Same reason why we were watching Shay Carl, am I right?
Oh my God. What's up with him
Shay Carl?
Anything fun happened with him lately? I know he cheated
No,
on his wife.
he fell off the face of the earth.
Good, thank God. I didn't like Shay Carl for a while.
I really liked him, like, early days YouTube.
Yeah, it was fun in early days.
Yeah.
Now, I seemed forced at the end. I wouldn't want my everyday life fucking on camera.
Yeah.
Fuck that. His wife was super cool throughout it. If that was my husband, and he was acting rapey with someone through DMs, like he was, I wouldn't give him another chance.
Yeah, but they're Mormons.
I
so
know they're Mormons, but
her like moral compass is fucked.
I popped out 5 kids for you, bro. That's what you're gonna do to me?
Is that how many kids they have? 5? They had 3 when I was watching.
They have
4 because a Rock Tard.
So they have Rock, Daxton. What's the oldest one's name?
Gavin,
Emmy, and then what's her face?
the one with the worst name. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought her name was more fucked up than that.
No, Avia.
Oh.
Yeah, 5. That's 5. Maybe 6. I don't know.
I remember when Centard started playing soccer.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, they're making him play sports because he's fat.
Because he's fat.
Because they like made him start eating healthy and shit.
Yeah, and he still weighs a lot.
Does he?
Yeah. I mean, he's grown more into his body. He's almost...
Have you seen a recent picture of him?
No. Their most recent video is more than half a year old, I think.
Oh. Well, that's not...
That's not too bad, yeah. Not too long ago.
Bad. I found a new YouTuber that I actually been really enjoying lately.
Ooh.
I found him in the last couple of days. He was in my recommended. His name is Brutal Moose.
Oh, yeah? What does he do?
Well, it's weird. He does a myriad of things. His main thing that he did, which I guess got him his base audience, is he reviews old PC games like Pajama Sam, Putt Putt, Freddy Fish.
All that fun stuff.
Yeah, Zoo Tycoon. He would review those games and put a comedic spin on it. But my favorite thing that he does is he does reviews of frozen foods.
Oh, yeah?
So
maybe I have seen this guy before and didn't know his name because I vaguely remember seeing someone with a big catalog of reviewing frozen foods.
No, it's not a giant cat. Like, there's that one guy, Wolf Pit.
I think that's who I'm thinking of.
Who does the Dollar Tree
Yeah, I think that's
food.
what I'm thinking of.
That guy's gross. I don't know how he eat. No, but this guy does like kid cuisines.
Okay.
And it's like a 30-minute video, and he like interludes it with like Amazon confirmed customer reviews. And I've been loving his channel. Like, I just can't stop watching it. So that's my channel recommendation of the week. And it was funny because right before I found his channel, me and Marshall were having a conversation about how, like, YouTube's kind of dead.
Yeah.
Like, there's nobody...
I don't think it's dead in general.
Uh-huh.
I think it's dead for what we're looking for.
Like, the 13-year-old girls are still, like...
It's perfect.
They're like, oh, my God, I got Jake Paul.
They have JoJo, Jake Paul.
Who the fuck is JoJo?
That one girl with the bad hairline.
I don't know who that is.
If you saw her, she's like a show and stuff now.
I don't. I know Tana Mongoose has an MTV show.
They have her. They have this girl who's spitting on her dog. They have all sorts of...
I don't know that... Was she famous before she started beating up the dog?
She's infamous now.
You seen the girl who went on Instagram Live and threw her dog in the dryer?
Yeah, what the fuck? I did see that. And she was laughing about it. The dog was like, what the fuck? And then she said, I'm going to put him back in there, which means she's done that multiple times before.
The dog got its egg scrambled.
The dog was like, what the granted, it was for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But still, you put your dog in the dryer. He likes it.
I noticed that the internet likes to get real vindictive when people do stuff like that.
Yeah.
They immediately go to, let's jail this person.
Yeah.
Let's dox them and ruin their life.
I mean, there was a point. You remember when Only Use Me Blade was like, he was on the couch. It was a live stream. He was petting his dog. And he just threw his fucking dog off his lap.
No.
And his friends act like it was normal. He got banned for like a month. I don't remember how long ago it is. And then there was that one chick recently. She's a titty streamer. She like
Oh
threw
yeah,
her cat
Alinity.
over. Yeah, she threw.
Alinity.
I didn't think that was that bad.
She threw her cat over
They also
her head.
gave it vodka too, right?
She fed the cat vodka, and then 1 week later said the N-word with a hard R.
Oh my god, I know about that part.
And is still not banned.
Yeah, because she's a titty streamer.
Yeah, well, no, the titty streamers still
Yeah.
they get banned, especially for N-bombs. Like Twitch has a hard stance on the N-word. But Alinity seems to have this get out of jail free card on every single thing that she does.
I think she's fucking a higher up.
I mean, she's doing something.
Did you see what Ninja left Twitch?
Oh yeah, yeah, that happened while we were gone.
That could be bad for the platform.
Did you see what they did?
No, what'd they do?
3 days ago, for 2.5 hours on his Twitch channel, they played pornography.
What?
And he has no control over his Twitch channel.
Wow. Who's they?
Nobody knows.
Wow.
Somebody hacked his Twitch channel.
Well, he's not in Twitch anymore, so.
Well, no, but it kills his brand. It still affects his brand.
That's fucked up.
He posted a video and was like, I worked so hard to make a family-friendly brand.
And you're going to fuck me over.
And he was the #1 streamer on Twitch that day.
Jesus Christ.
And for 2.5 hours.
It's porn.
It was straight porn.
Like hardcore porn.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Like double penetration porn.
That's fucked up. I feel bad for him.
I mean, he's annoying for sure.
But no one deserves that to happen to their fucking brand.
No. He definitely worked hard.
I might not enjoy his videos, but there's thousands of people that do.
Millions.
You don't get in that position without having some sort of talent and a knack for what you do, you know?
He's good at video games.
Yeah.
And having blue hair.
And he makes them entertaining for kids. That's fucked up. Only reason I know about all this is because I'm starting to watch H3H3 podcast again.
Yes. I've been watching the highlights.
Yeah, the highlights are good. They got the spit from what's her name? Belle Delphine.
Belle Delphine.
Yeah. I don't know. It's been kind of crazy, but like I said, all I watch is, I don't know, the same 3 people, and then I watch Pokemon challenges. That's been my thing lately.
Pokemon challenges?
Yeah, it's like can you beat the game with only a Magikarp?
Oh, I've seen these videos.
Yeah, they're fun. They're always fun.
They're always 3 hours long.
The ones I watch usually 20-30 minutes. They only highlight the important.
They cut out the
important battles. Yeah.
Inhale the good shit, exhale the bullshit.
They know no one wants to see that grinding bullshit.
I do.
Yeah, if it was a stream.
You know what I'll catch myself watching a 3.5 hour video sometimes on?
What?
Sometimes on YouTube they'll be like speed run of a game that I didn't think could be speed run.
Yeah, I love those. And you're like, why the fuck am I watching a guy try to glitch through the wall and I don't know.
Tack and the power of Juju.
It's like, who the fuck thinks to speed run this game?
Yeah. No, it's like, oh, I played that game as a kid. I couldn't beat it, and this guy can beat it fast.
World record fast. I always get that cut with Wii Sports games.
Oh my god, golf?
Golf
video is good.
The one kid do it. He has 2 million views on it. Mm-mm. There's one where and he shows his heartbeat.
No, I've seen that video.
He's like, holy shit, guys. I don't know how
the guy I watched was American.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was good. I like videos. Speedrunning's fun to watch if you have a lot of time on your hands. And lately, I've had a lot of time on my hands.
Well, what I ended up doing one day is the first time I discovered speedrunning, I was a senior in high school. And it was January, so it was a awesome games done quick, an AGDQ. I think A stands for awesome. Amazing games done quick. I don't know. That program is now a shit show.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's all transgenders, and people keep getting sexually harassed at it.
Oh my god.
I saw a video today on Reddit. I didn't click on it, but I saw it that speedrunners are refusing to go because they don't want to get sexually harassed.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You need to clean your fucking event up.
Yeah, it's all mentally handicapped people because they're just drawn to speedrunning for some reason. And but anyway, back in 2014, when I was a senior in high school. It was a cool event. And I remember sitting there watching a guy speedrun Skyrim. And he had like a metal plate and he pushed it up against the wall and he like jumped like 70% into the game.
Holy shit.
Like 10 minutes in.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, this is cool. And so I'm sitting there and they're like, up next, the Tony Hawk block. And Tony Hawk was my favorite game as a kid. And I was like, you can speedrun Tony Hawk?
Who the fuck thinks to speedrun that game?
So, and like, I'm looking at the time, and of course, this is my senior year, so I drive myself, and I look around, and it was the first time I realized that my parents, it was the first day back to school from Christmas break, too. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And I was like, my parents are gone. This is playing. It's the first day back. We're not going to do anything. I'm not going today.
Not going to school.
And my parents found out and like told me that if I ever did that again, I would lose all my driving privileges, which sucked. I believe I started my job at McDonald's the week after.
Oh, we had a good time there.
Yeah, we did. I look back at it fondly, but I would never do it again.
Oh, yeah, me too. I'd never do it again. Oh, my God. I don't want to say every minute sucked, because I liked a lot of it, but the shitty times were shitty there.
Yeah.
We had some cool managers.
Mm-hmm.
Who was your favorite manager?
Oh, Brad, for sure.
Oh, Brad was your favorite?
Yeah.
I actually kind of grew fond of Brad. He wasn't too bad.
No, my least favorite manager was definitely April, who looked like a giant throbbing penis, and I hated her.
April sucked.
She was big, red, and angry.
Man, we can't. If we continue this talk, we can never get employed by McDonald's again. Are you sure you want to keep going?
I am absolutely sure that I'd never want. Hold on, they give away $2.3 million.
Oh shit, that's right. Whoa.
I'm loving it.
Yeah.
No.
I love this new
international menu items such as
the Struple waffle
McFlurry.
Tastes very good.
And the mozzarella tomato chicken sandwich, you can get it crispy or grilled.
Ooh, I had one today. It was really good.
Oh my god, the tomato sauce, it's robust.
You know who recommended it to me? Fellow sponsor or sponsoree, I don't know that word, Christina Pajitsky from Your Mom's House podcast.
Wow,
thanks Christina and McDonald's.
Can't wait to paint our studio.
Woo!
Yellow and red.
I can't wait for you to pay us $2.3 million and then some, because you took the sponsorship away in the first place and gave it back.
Our first guest will be Ronald McDonald.
Ooh, everyone clap for Ronald McDonald.
I can't clap because I have to hold my microphone.
One day we'll get that kind of sponsorship.
One day I'll be able to have a microphone stand.
Yeah. Maybe our sponsors will give you one.
I do have a listener-based question.
From who?
From our good friend Ryder and his girlfriend Megan.
Oh, did they give us a
relationship conundrum?
Okay.
Ryder asks, he wrote in, Ryder from Florida wrote in, how do I get my girlfriend to stop undermining everything I do at work?
Oh. So they work together, huh?
Yes. This is actually kind of a dated question, because I died. But, yes. They no longer work together. Ryder got a new position. But I still think that there are people out there who are working with a significant other who maybe have issues with their significant other not respecting their opinion in the workplace. So what would you do if you had a significant other at your job who undermined every decision you made or came behind you and tried to fix everything you did?
I would talk to them
Mm-hmm.
and tell them to fucking quit it.
Fucking quit it.
And I'd say, why do you feel the need to do this to me?
Mm-hmm.
I know how to do my job. I know what I'm doing. You don't need to come help me. You don't have to fix every decision I make. I'm confident in my decision. Please quit doing that. And they should have the respect to talk to you about that. And just sit down and hash it out. Because that's what two grown adults do.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say?
Well, I think I would do exactly what my guy Ryder did and get a new job.
That's also a great
Working
option.
with your significant other or friends can turn out to not be that great of a situation. So I say GTFO out that bitch and get a new position somewhere else.
That's a good move too.
Generally, I like to go for CEO or COO, CIO,
or like cab driver,
CFO.
Maybe,
you can always, if you
lead
can't.
custodian. It's a good position.
Oh my God, lead custodian is probably best. I heard they get paid more than $12.50 an hour.
That's a lot of money.
I will tell you for a fact that if you cannot get a position and you need money, you can always drive Uber.
I thought about it.
Marshall has thought about driving Uber. If you would take Marshall's Uber, please leave a comment about how you would comment on his filthy vehicle.
My vehicle's sucked up right now.
Yes.
So I guess I really can't drive for Uber at the moment.
Marshall will have to bicycle you to your location. And he does not have pegs, so you'll have to sit in his basket.
Yep.
Hop in.
But we'll make it work. Don't worry.
I'm going 15 miles.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking quick.
Yeah, you're going to have to pedal some.
I'm getting tired. I've been doing this shit for 8 hours today.
What do you think I am? A machine?
A machine. You think I'm Neil Armstrong or something? Yeah, that's always smart. Even working with your friends can potentially ruin a relationship. So
we know we had two friends who were working together ruin their relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
so don't do it.
Yeah, like you can find out that your friend is got different values than you, and if you're not prepared for that, it can be kind of shitty.
Agreed.
They say not to live with your friends either, although me and Marshall weathered the storm quite well. We lived together for over a year.
And we were just fine.
Yeah, over a year.
Over a year. We're supposed to be over a year, but somebody couldn't attend class.
I got a frat boy.
Must have been a difficult homework question.
I'm like, my mom's doing homework. I think she's getting drunk on account. There's a new movie coming out this Friday that I'm excited for.
What movie is that?
Good Boys.
Oh yeah.
Yes. I'm a big fan of coming of age movies that are raunchy.
Oh yeah.
And I don't think that there has been one in quite a while.
This one should be a good one, I think. I'll see it.
I'm going to see it. I don't know if I'll see it in theaters because comedy movies are usually disappointing and definitely not worth paying for.
I don't think it's fun with people in the theater either.
Have you seen the commercial where they have Seth Rogen talking to the kids?
Yeah. Oh, you can't view the trailer. You can't view your own trailer.
Yeah.
Why not? Yeah, I've seen it.
How about a movie without cursing? He goes, nobody would see that movie. How about a movie without nudity? He goes, nobody would see that movie.
Yeah. I think.
And he's right. I want to see some titties.
Yeah.
What I'm expecting out of this movie, and I probably won't see it. This seems like a prime movie to go on to Netflix or HBO or Yeah, that's probably where it'll go. But yeah, a raunchy coming of age movie. What was the last raunchy coming of age movie?
I can't really remember.
The last one I saw in theaters, I think, was 21 and Over.
I say that, or maybe what's the one with McLovin?
Super bad, but
but
that
really
one's
wasn't.
old.
Yeah.
There's so many that came in. Like you got your Project X coming in after
Project
that.
X. 21 Jump Street, maybe.
That's not a coming of age movie.
It involves high school.
It involves.
I know they go back, but they learn.
They are adults.
But they learn about new high school nuances.
I don't count that.
Okay.
I'd like it to be children or adults portraying children. I guess you could say
High School Musical.
No, but I guess you could say Blockers.
Yeah.
Would count as a coming of age.
Because their kids are going through all this shit.
Spring Breakers, which I watched recently, because it is directed by a interesting fella whose name escapes me. I believe his name is Harris. Or something close to that. Let me see. I'm going to look it up. Fuck, this is really hard to do with one hand. It is directed by Harmony Korine, who I watched a YouTube thing on, and he got banned from the David Letterman show. And it showed 3 interviews that he had with David Letterman. 3 appearances he had on David Letterman. And then on his 4th, he got banned. And apparently he got banned for trying to steal out of Meryl Streep's purse. He was caught by David Letterman with his hand in Meryl Streep's purse. And apparently he was on heroin at the time of the interview at the time. So he was trying to get something so he could purchase heroin, because he was a very niche director. He made a movie called Kids, which came out in the 90s. Which I would like to see, but it is nowhere to stream. And I learned recently that the movie's controversial because it has a rape scene or a few in it, which I have been pro-rape scene in the past on the podcast, and I want to make it perfectly clear that I did not want to see Harmony... what's his last name? Harmony Korine's Kids, because there's rape in it. I was unaware of that until later when I heard it mentioned again.
Thank you for clearing that up.
I wanted to be very specific about where I stood with Harmony Korine's Kids. But I enjoyed his interviews so much because they were so wacky and fun.
Yeah.
It reminded me a lot of an Eric Andre type interview where he just wasn't answering questions, and it was very fun. It was chaos.
I like it.
I recommend that video to you. And I saw that the most recent movie that gained any popularity that he directed was Spring Breakers. So whilst I was sick, I believe, I watched it again. It was on, I believe it's on Netflix at the current moment. You can check it out there. Now, the first time I watched Spring Breakers, I watched it purely because I was horned up.
Yeah.
It was definitely marketed as a sexy movie. And I was down to see sexy. I was in a sexy mood when I watched it the first time. The second time I watched it, I was watching it as a art piece / indie film that got mainstream attention. Like how you'd watch a Napoleon Dynamite or a Juno or a Scott Pilgrim or any movie with Michael Cera.
Yeah, really. Low budget films.
Yeah. And I was still unimpressed and I didn't like the movie.
No?
Yeah, no. Even though I was watching it with a new perspective and with a new appreciation because it was made by this described genius director, I still did not enjoy the movie and I thought it was boring, and I found myself playing on my phone more than actually watching the movie.
It happens. Not every movie can be.
Not every movie
can be a fucking.
Not every movie can be being John Malkovich.
Yeah.
I enjoy being John Malkovich a lot.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't, but I want to see it. I heard it's really good.
I enjoyed it. I would watch it with you. It was on HBO.
Let's watch it sometime.
I will watch it with you. I enjoy that movie. Let it be known on the podcast, I am pro being John Malkovich.
What are we at?
107.
Anything else you want to talk about?
I think I'm okay.
Okay. Well, thanks for listening, and sorry it took us so long to get back, but I hope you guys understand it was circumstances. Neither of us could help. We'll start being active on social media again very soon, so you can interact with us. That's at TDFA Americans. I just said A and Americans, but TDFA, I keep doing it. You go ahead. I can't do this right now.
It's at TDF Americans on
you.
Instagram and Twitter. At the Dumb Fat Americans on YouTube. You can also check us out at the Dumb Fat Americans on wherever you watch your podcasts.
Make sure to leave us a review, 5 stars, and leave a comment for us so we can improve. Tell us what you like, you don't like, and it helps us get noticed. Sorry,
this week was definitely a comeback. Next week we're going to be coming with that hot fire. Stay tuned. Love you guys. Peace.
Bye-bye.